It's at Tractor to Supply. Can't remember. Oh, they say 6 feet long. So I got one of them laid out. I'm having a hard time knowing where to plant. This is east, so this would be the east facing wall. It doesn't get, as you can see the line, it's probably 10 o'clock and the sun hasn't came over. So I'm thinking this is a good area because that would be my north facing wall, and you can see this gets sun and the eucalyptus tree. I started trimming it, you can see some of them there, to put up my next garden stock. I was trimming it and trying to decide what is the best area. Anyways, but back to these. I had taken the dirt out of these buckets that I brought back from the ranch that were empty, and I put them in the bottom here. And then I took some of the fresh eucalyptus. I've read and I've talked to people, and they say it's just a rumor about eucalyptus, so I'm only going to do this bed with the eucalyptus. I had taken these leaves, and was using my pruning shears, and probably put a little bit more in there because I don't want to, this is a lot of dirt in these beds, so I didn't want to use all of the stuff I got from the local nursery that Sing Farms, that sells gardening soil in bulk. It's topsoil, sand, and compost. It's a 3-way mixture. Their mixture was hard, so I had to go back in these beds this summer and add in vermiculite and peat moss. So I'll do that in these, but this is gonna be my test bed. I think I'm going to take you down scary alley of broken bikes, car parts. Yes, I have boys. This tree, I think it's a ficus tree, I'm not sure. I'm gonna grab a bunch of these dead leaves and stick in there too before I add more gardening soil. So my plans, as you see, there's leaves everywhere. My plan today was to do the garden stock, and I'm still probably gonna do that, but I got sidetracked with trimming the eucalyptus tree. I've actually called a company to get a quote because it's just, now that it's watered, it's just growing so big. I got a dead tree, half dead tree up front I want them to look at. But I'm gonna do this one bed, I think they call it a lasagna bed, and hopefully get my other green stock up. I'm liking my green stock, it's doing great. I'll try to do a video on that, but it is just thriving. And you do gotta water from the top, so I can't do a timer on it, but I have a plan to hook in, though I'm not sure if it'll work, but to hook into the irrigation. As you see, there's a capped off hose here. If I ran that in, oh, it's an empty hose, broken hose. But if I ran that from the top for 25 minutes, would that fill it? I don't know. Anybody knows, let me know. Thanks for gardening with the Woodpile. It's always an experiment. So I brought these back from the ranch. Oh, where'd you go, little wormies? And these had holes in the bottom of the buckets. These buckets. And there's wormies. He's pooping too. I was gonna put some amendments in this bed, but I guess I won't. I don't want to hurt him. So cool. Just wanted to record it. Not sure they're used to northern Arizona, if they will live in really hot Phoenix. Guess we'll find out. So I got these extended grow bag, extended as in long, finally filled and set, and I did plant some seeds this morning. These beds are supposed to be 2 feet high, but by the time you compensate for not putting the soil all the way up, I didn't actually measure them. They're not quite 2 feet, but they are longer than my beds over here, which are only 8 inches or 10. Pretty sure they're 8. But I got these beds because I wanted to do deeper root vegetables. And in this first one, I am doing daikon radishes. And then this one covered in burlap. I'm pretty sure gardening in Arizona. I watched her YouTube video. I had struggled with carrots last year. And carrots, I guess, need to stay wet in the process of germinating. So I watched her video and she wets the burlap down after she plants them. And what I did is I took my multi-purpose tool, my nice Sharpie, to dig a line and sprinkled the seeds in there. And then I took my multi-purpose tool and wrote on the tag. Use this quite a bit in the garden. Then I covered it up with burlap, soaked it down with water, and set an alarm to come out every couple hours to re-wet it. We'll see how long I do that, because carrots could take several weeks to germinate. But I haven't put a drip system on this, so I will be watering by hand until I get the drip system on it and see how well this goes. I'm excited. I got these carrots from Baker Creek and planted some red carrots and some variety, and I'm gonna see if they do better in this bed and this method than direct in the ground watering without the burlap on it. But it's always fun to try something new. I had just pulled up this burlap off of this section of carrots. They were starting to pop up. I am missing quite a bit in this section, but I already pulled it up, so I'm not putting it back down. These are the Kyoto red carrots. I'm not gonna pull these up yet, just because once I pulled these up, I couldn't put them back down. And maybe it's just that I better space these than these. I'm not sure, but the carrots have come up. Thanks for learning and growing with the Woodpile.